And you know, Final Harvest, we spend a majority of our time, now they're looking at the candy and they're not listening to me. They are looking at the Hang on, you are gonna get candy, just saying, okay? But we spend a majority of our time during the week in senior living centers. Schools, prisons, orphanages. We just came from Naomi's house that, oh my goodness. Anybody know about the Naomi's house? Have you ever heard of it? It's in Arizona, and it's a place for Navajo children who have been abused, sexually, physically, emotionally, neglected, drugs, alcohol, things like that. And the state has taken them away, and they put them in Naomi's home. And it is a solid foundation. It's just amazing. They are really getting a foundation by being there. It's wonderful. And we had the opportunity of going there. Where were we, yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday.
Yeah, was it yesterday? Night. And so, anyway, you know, we love ministering in places like this. And we're in senior living centers all the time. And in fact, we've just, on the 20th of October, we finished our 3rd month of being on a 9-month tour. We're not going to be home until April of 2020. We sang 79 concerts in 90 days in 12 different states. Nobody's stupid enough to do that except for us. But anyway, what?
Okay.
Really quick, because this chocolate's melting. You know, I was just told by Lacey and Pam book our concerts, and they're really busy doing what we have to do. We have to do more. Well, for a lot of reasons, we want to reach out farther, but financially, we really don't get paid a whole lot. None of us are paid, so we have to raise the money on these tours. But I was just told by a very well-known booking agency that we should only do one charity.
No.
Our whole ministry is based in charities,
No.
pretty much. And I'm like, no way, it's not worth it. I'm not going to compromise going to these places. So
No.
I just wanted to let you know.
It's our favorite
That's
winner.
right. We can't do that. I said, how can you pick and choose? We're not doing it. Sorry. But anyway, we go into these senior living centers, and I ask them, you know, what do you know about heaven? And some places, they know absolutely zip. Cannot tell you. I'll say, what about the streets?
No.
What about the gate?
No.
Seriously. And so what we want to hear from you is, what do you know about heaven? Raise your hand. And we got candy. What do you know? Anything that you know about heaven? Yes.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yes, the little guy.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus is there. Yes. Yes. No more tears. No more trials. No. The trials and tribulations are over. Lacey, do you have some? You might need to come around. Right here. No more pain. No more sorrow. Yes. Yes, he does. Isn't that so cool? And you know what I think about? Remember Thomas? And he had a problem with doubting, didn't he? And Jesus had died on the cross, was resurrected on the 3rd day, and appeared to the disciples. And Thomas was still a little, not sure, okay? And Jesus went up to him and said, Thomas, look at my scars. Touch my scars. Where they jabbed that spear in me. Put your hand right here. And Thomas believed. And I think, you know what, one of these days, I'm going to be able to touch those scars. I'm going to be able to see him face to face. I can't wait. What else do you know about heaven? God is there. Yes, he is. Yes.
They have gold streets.
They have streets of gold. And guess what? Now, have you ever seen any gold you can't see through? It's always really dense and you can't see through it, right? Do Do you know the Bible says that the streets are pure, transparent, gold-like glass? That means you can see through it. And I thought, I've never seen any gold like that before. You know what I think? I think he's reserving a quality of gold for us that we've never even known before. Saving it for his kids. Yes. Okay, what else?
Thousands of angels.
Thousands of
And
angels.
thousands and thousands.
Yes, yes.
Lamb's book.
Of life.
The Lamb's Book of Life is there, yes. Every chain is broken. You know what? She needs something more than a piece of candy for that.
You like Reese's peanut butter cups?
Every chain is broken. Seriously.
Oh, that's the best one.
There will be no more bondage. None. Anybody know anything about the gate? Pearl.
Singular, I like that.
Singular. I like that too. I always thought there was a whole bunch of pearls. Like a big old strand of pearls. No. It is a singular pearl. And Pam always says, I want to see I want to see the oyster that laid that sucker. Seriously. A singular pearl for that gate. Yes. Anybody know of a flower that he names himself after? Rose of Sharon. There were two Rose of Sharons here. Rose of Sharon. There's another one.
Lily of the Valley.
Lily of the Valley. There. Okay, and you know what? Lacey did a Bible study on this to find out why in the world would he call himself a lily of the valley, you know? Why? Guess what? The little white flower is the purest white of all white flowers, symbolizing his purity. And have you ever noticed how they're kind of bent down and they're close to the ground and they're bent down, symbolizing his humility? No one has ever humbled himself like Jesus Christ. Seated at the right hand of the Father, came down to earth, wrapped himself in flesh, and lived here for 33 years. That's humility. That is humility. Well, I love songs about heaven. Makes me happy. Makes me real happy. We're going to sing one for you. Heaven's Jubilee.
Sunlit morning we shall see Jesus in the air. Coming after you and me, joy is ours to share. What rejoicing there will be when the saints shall rise, heading for the Jubilee, honor in the skies. Oh, what singing, oh, what shouting, on that happy morning when we all shall rise. Oh, what glory, hallelujah, when we meet our blessed Savior in the skies. Seems that I can almost see all the saints of dead, rising for the Jubilee that is just ahead. In the twinkling of an eye, change with them will be all the living saints who fly to that Jubilee. And oh, what singing, oh, what shouting, on that happy morning ready we shall rise. Oh, what glory, hallelujah, when we meet our blessed Savior in the skies. When with all the heavenly hosts we begin to sing, singing in the Holy Ghost, how that will ring. Millions there will join the song with, and we shall be praising Christ who reigns as long as